Interesting timing.
That's probably not the most appropriate timing I have ever had. Hi, everybody! Welcome to D&D today!
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, getting messages from roommate as to the state of where the children are supposed to be right now, and one of them wasn't listening to her, so I'm supposed to go and tell him to get his button gear. But I'm trying to start this right now, so anyways, welcome to our bi-weekly game of D&D. Today we are in the city of, well, we're under the city of Arkarthas, in some old mine shafts that lead to bad areas that the party is looking for an ancient vault, as one does. And currently we are down 1.5 players because one of them is supposed to be here and the other one theoretically and a very slim chance might be here. So, though we're down to 2 players currently, one's supposed to show up though. So, out of the 2 players that we have left, we have our very small group of Rosie and Tasha. So Rosie can introduce her character first.
Hey, I'm Rosie. I run the stream on the days that Neil does DMing, and I play Material, the drow who is currently trying to get medicine for her mother, who is sick. She's a bit of a very chaotic thing, as she is a wild mage, and hasn't really had a lot of surges, surprisingly, despite the fact that I have double the chance of getting one. And Tasha! Right.
Hello. I'm playing Quar, the Quarbarian. Yes. and he's along for the ride to keep Lyra alive. Essentially.
It seems to be his goal in life is to keep someone alive.
Yep.
Keep his teammates from dying and doing something stupid.
Yep.
Kill the pirates, save the party.
Yep.
I don't make that easy.
In that order. Yes.
He's always humming to himself, Last week I heard Quar humming to himself this song. It was really catchy. All I could pick up from the lyrics, though, was something about "You're welcome."
Exactly.
Fuck you.
and it's not. And usually his party members, especially certain elven females, like to go and get themselves into mortal danger.
That is a very common thing with elven females in our game, I found.
Exactly. Not mentioning any names. Lyra.
I'm doing the innocent look up at the camera like, who? Me? Yeah. Never. Not me. Alenio's worse.
Yeah, you both are.
That is true. They are both pretty bad. All right, so you guys have woken up in the nest area of the big queen salamander with her younger mates and siblings and whatever they are. I don't know how they're related. I'm not going into the genetic family trees of salamanders. Just know that you have 3 of them amongst you. One with the 2 of you on it, and the other 2 each have 1 person on them.
Because Quar is too big to be
because Quar needed his own, and Amara was like, I'll just take the small one over here.
Which makes sense.
Because NPC-ness.
NPC-ness. And we had a short rest.
Yes, actually, you guys were able to get in a bit more than a short rest, but not a full-on long rest.
Okay.
If you needed to heal, you're healed, is what I'm telling you.
I don't think so. Question mark?
I don't know either.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Let's see, do I need healers?
Oh, I almost had the right one.
Is good.
You're getting better at your instant math. All right. So, would
I,
anyone like to prepare a quick meal for your wake up that will give you some temporary hit points?
I can
Sure.
try.
I
Wait,
Which
can
one
give
of
it
you
a
is a better
whack.
cook? Does either of you have the proficiency in the cooking utensils? As in,
no.
did you
I
get
don't
that
have
on your sheet?
cook. I don't have cooking, but I have proficiency in survival.
That would
Better than
I would
me.
allow.
All right.
But you do a survival check to see how good of a meal you make.
Alrighty. Quar is going to cook up some unusual turtle cuisine.
From what's available and what you have. You pick up some stuff from nearby. Oh, this
Exactly.
looks good. Pinch something into it from one of the weird plant growths.
Oh,
Ooh,
lordy.
oh, oh!
That shit's still
This
wriggling.
is gonna be interesting. All right, so Quar's attempt at a refreshing breakfast unfortunately backfires, and you guys are all racked with a little bit of food poisoning.
I was gonna say, if it looks like it's still wriggling, my salamander gets it. I'm not eating that.
No, no,
Yep, yep.
I haven't finished yet. Quar's like Quar always tastes his food first because it's Quar. You got to know what it
Yep.
tastes like to make sure it's cooking properly. And partway through this, you're just like hum.
Yep.
And Lyra, you've never seen this look on Quar's face before. This is a look of a complete and utter.
Oh shit.
That was not the flavor I expected. Please evacuate it from my body immediately. Please roll a Constitution save for me there, Quar.
All right.
I'm checking if I have lesser restoration, which I don't think I do.
17.
You are able to keep your meal down, though at the same time you're like, maybe I should just let it out because that might make it feel better. But you're
Oh, it's one
able
of
to control
those.
yourself and not projectile vomit.
The total cast iron stomach kicks in.
You realized from the taste alone and the way it made your stomach instantly feel, you're like, nope, that was no good. You pour it out into some like weird underground bushes that are nearby, and you hear them like almost shriek in pain.
Lyra just looks
Or
at you and
blink.
goes, let's make sure you don't try to cook food in the Underdark next time. I don't have proficiency, but can I try?
You can always try.
Alright,
Rose,
see.
I've let you with no cooking skill attempt to cook in real
Hey!
life.
Hey!
Hey, that
I
hamburger thing
do
that you
have
did
cooking skill,
that
motherfucker!
hamburger thing that you did at my place proves
That was
otherwise.
a mistake, but I do have cooking skills, bitch!
That was a natural one.
That was, yes.
Anyways, yes. So, Lyra, you're able to make a comeback on the breakfast front, and you're able to make a decent enough recipe from what you have available, and you pick out a few things that you think have gone bad, which may or may not have, because you're not a chef. But you pick out a few things, you're like, oh, these are going to go soon, we better use them, da 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 da. And you throw
When in
something
doubt,
together
throw it
quickly.
out.
You
Hey,
make
Brittany.
a meal that gives everyone 5 temporary hit points.
All right.
Yay! I will take it. As the squishy of the group, I will take any and every THP I can get. Happy
Yeah,
40th there, Brittany!
I like to give you guys like a reason to cook and stuff, right? If you go,
Yes.
you got a reason to cook, you might want to do it. You're like, hey, can we make a meal that gives us plus like 30 temp hit points? Let's roll for it.
Let's try.
You can
Quar's
try.
meal would have made the dwarf in that dungeon anime cry.
Oh, Senshi.
Yes.
I have to go tell someone that he has to go somewhere. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Okadokes. We are going to BRB real fast, guys, because I need to go grab me a snack, and he's BRB. I'm going to go to the bathroom while we're at it. I know we just started, but we'll be back in.
Uno bully, woolly bully, woolly bully, woolly bully, woolly bully, woolly bully.
So we just ate our food. And we are in the nest. I'm going to say thank you to the queen for having had us, but we need to get on our way because we need to find the vault. I don't speak animal at all.
Nope.
Uh,
Animal empathy.
which I do not have.
That's fine.
I can try animal handling, but I don't have any
That's
spell
what
to speak
I
animal.
meant. But
Oh. I was hoping to ask her if she knows roughly where the thing is. I don't know if we got that information last time. Actually. Dwarves are enemies of the salamander. Flame race. Queen shows 2 creatures. And she did already show us where the vault is, that it is deeper down. We got the last time.
she gives you, she gave you basic ideas of where things goes.
Alright, so yes. A short goodbye to basically say thank you, bye, and yeet! We need to go. And avoid the fuck out of the doors if we can. So, I'm guessing that means going on the map now.
All right. Well, come to the map.
Mountain's a map.
What does your elven eyes see?
I see up to here. I see that there's lava falls here, there's enemies over to the left, or...
By the way, you're the only one that sees that.
I will communicate that because I have the good eyesight. I keep forgetting I'm the one with the super dark vision in this party.
You
doesn't Roswell have
have
good
dark
eyesight?
vision. Roswin's a human.
Oh,
He's a
he has
special human, but he's a human. No, he doesn't naturally have it, but I think he has something that gives him dark vision.
Chris swore he did.
I don't know. Don't care. It's not
Him and
relevant right now. He's not here.
Him and his bright ass fucking sheet. No, he doesn't have dark vision. Good. Okay.
I said, not relevant right now. He's not even here.
Fair. I will relay that to Quar because he is here.
Yep. Alright, let me take a look at the
Okay,
map.
it looks like there's a river.
It's a flat area.
Ah. So we have a flat area
Okay.
that kind of makes like an S move. And
It was once flowing lava. It has since solidified more. This is a safe path, essentially. There's a lava still
Alright.
coming in from the sides in places,
Yeah.
obviously, as the long-visioned one can see, though she shouldn't be able to see it in color. I haven't figured out this vision thing properly.
Alright.
But yeah, so on the right and the left, a good ways up. I wanna about 75 to 80 feet up there, roughly. Yeah, about 80 feet up. There is lava. And it looks to be some weird wraithy things over on the left.
That's interesting. You're not supposed to be able to see those, by the way.
I can! I can only see these 3.
Uh-huh. They are supposed to be invisible. For some reason, they're not. I think I might know why.
Because of F, editor hold to DM
that
only.
looks like what it is. Da, 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 da. Boom! There.
Alright.
Okay, they were. That's because I had put them in Spectre mode for some reason.
Hey, Julie. So yes, disregard the Spectre comment. There's lava, and I think there's some more lava up along the ways. So we got a couple lava falls, but it looks like it's
Alright.
safe enough to continue.
Alright. Hi ho, it's off.
Your
in that
mounts have a
direction we go.
movement speed of 50.
Yep.
Good to know. So I'm letting Quar go first because he is the tank. I am not.
Alright, he will definitely go forward. Hi ho. It's off that way we go.
All right, Quar, stop.
Okay.
As soon as you get to that point, this happens. You might need to refresh your map.
No, I can see it.
Perfect.
Oh shit.
These are those little fire rat swarms. They flee from you.
Oh, they don't like the salamanders. I like
The
that.
salamanders hunt them. But they scatter and to basically swarm into this corner. Because that's technically a corner. Now you
'Cause
can
they're
continue your movement.
They're like, oh my god, it's a predator. Alright, hi ho. Quar kind of gives him a little wave, like, thanks for clearing the path, guys.
Pat, my salamander. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. So,
Am
what?
I supposed to see this?
What? Well, those are really far away. Why wouldn't you see them?
Making sure that you didn't forget to put those in a different mode.
Seems to be snooping around the map again.
I have resumed way the fuck far out, and my vision shows me up to here.
What would you guys like to do to proceed?
I'm gonna let Quar know that there looks to be 4 enemies up ahead, and they're not the rats.
Technically, I don't think you'd actually be able to see those from where you are because the wall there probably would block them. But yeah, I'm letting it go because I didn't bother hiding them.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to see them until we got to about here. To about here.
Technically, no, I'm saying you know they're there. They're not sitting still. They're moving around. But technically, also that is a dip down. So whatever. You have supernatural abilities. You're a drow. Ah ha 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 ha.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I'm eating. Humans have to eat. You have a problem with the fact that I'm a normal human?
They're making a big stink because you're fat girl eating.
Oh, I know.
Remember, fat girls are just supposed to exist, especially when they're online. They're just supposed to exist. Even then, we're not supposed to.
Hop
Oh
on the
my god.
treadmill. You're not my fitness instructor, so I don't have to listen to you. Have a great day. Anyways, focusing back on stuff in the game.
How would you two technically like to proceed?
Maybe with stealth? I don't
You're
know.
like, Quar's like, I think we should be stealthy. Everyone looks at Quar like, who the fuck are you and where's Quar?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Why looks and goes, you
Yes.
points the the big aspect that you have an anchor on your back, stealthy.
Well,
Besides,
Because
these
I
masks
don't wear
don't last
armor.
forever. We need to be quick about this. We only have
now,
so much time.
speaking of which, I need you all to make a Constitution save.
Sorry.
Oh lordy.
It seems to have gotten a little foggier in here. All right.
Carefully putting on the face shield.
Would you like
and
to do
suit.
anything up before I tell you your outcome, Rose?
Nope!
All right. Well,
Apparently
Lyra, you start coughing and hacking. It hurts a lot. You're like wheezing and the pain. One exhaustion level, please.
Son of a bitch.
Also, you take 10 hit points of damage from the coughing and whatnot. You notice a little bit of blood when you move your hand away from your mouth.
Is there a way to do that on the bot?
You do realize it dries really fast, so.
I love how the dice gods are like, fuck you!
Tasha, is there a way to do that on the bot for the exhaustion levels?
There is, but I don't know how to do it.
Noted. I'll just note it on my sheet then.
Not capitals, isn't that? No.
I don't know, but I know there's a way to how to trigger it.
Either way. There. Don't need to look up conditions.
All right. Yeah, there's no built-in exhaustion tracker.
There used to be, but
Somebody might have made one, but I didn't find any useful, helpful informations on the webs. Which is annoying. It feels like Avray is starting to not be as used as much, and it's kind of sad. I don't know what they're using instead of it, but like a bunch of people just switched to D&D Beyond because it does have the map stuff now, right?
Maybe.
Oh, anyways, you have one level of exhaustion.
It's marked on my sheet.
Yeah.
Which,
okay.
In translation, that means that I now take a -2 to my test pulls and -5 to my speed. Not that that matters because I'm currently on a mount.
Yes, your mount is immune also. All right. Well, something else happened while you were coughing and spittering and sputtering and spootering and whatnot.
Oh, wonderful.
Two flaming
behind me.
critter people things, elementally type things, appear in the lava next to you and start like aggressively moving towards you guys, your guys' salamanders.
Oh, shit.
They move to here, and both are doing attacks against your salamander mostly, but.
And Lyra's gonna cough while she's coughing. She's gonna be like, Car! Car! Help! I'm here!
And yeah, Quar is pulling the anchor off his back, and he goes, "You messed with the wrong crew."
You messed with the wrong crew, motherfucker.
Initiative?
All right, you can roll me initiative, Quar.
I think we both rolling initiative?
I'm gonna luck point that.
Okay. Don't worry,
Good.
don't worry, Rose. Don't worry. You get to partake of this
19.
too. It's just right now, Quar
Okay.
is doing a sort of a surprise round, but not really a surprise round. Quar gets to do a
Fair.
round before you get to.
That's fair
Alright.
enough.
I'm gonna get Angies, because I'm a barbarian. And I'm gonna swing at the first motherfucker.
Do you need me to detach you from your mount momentarily?
Yes.
Boom. Okay, your mount stayed over here for now.
And rage.
It's eyeing these rats back here, which are, slowly creeping away from it now.
Yep. Alright, 19 to hit and a 12 to hit.
Those are one hit. The 12 did not.
Alright, 19 to hit, 19 damage. And we are gonna put some lightning on the 19.
Right.
5 lightning damage.
Nice. Okay, so that's 24 damage to that one. Very
Quark
interesting.
comes in like a wrecking ball and just goes, "Not today, motherfucker!" Bop.
Get the fuck off my base!
Exactly. Get the fuck off my party.
To explain what I do like in World of Warcraft, don't touch my boyfriend! Get the fuck off my rogue!
Exactly, and that will be me. And I think Rose can
Okay.
join, or I don't
Yep,
know.
Rose can join. That was your sneak attack round, essentially.
Okay.
You got that because, as Quar, you are very prepared for things. You look out for your friends. And you saw this motherfucker raise a fist to your friend's animal companion and went, "Hey,
No.
that's rude. Bad dog." And you slapped him.
I could probably put in my orange shirt. 47 or 52.
In fact, one of the salamanders gets to go before both of you die, and one of these rats over here suddenly vanishes. Gulp.
Yum! Om nom.
All right. Where was my initiative tracker? We don't need to roll initiative for those two at the moment. And I do need to put these two motherfuckers into the initiative. Boom, boom. All right, so initiative is the one that is not damaged, or the one that is damaged, Lyra.
Yep.
Yes.
So that means this one gets to swing at Lyra because I'm not going to target a player who's not here.
Which makes sense.
Would you like me to roll my dice on my table beside me, or dice that you can see in a digital format, miss?
I am fine with you rolling physical dice, because I think physical dice are amazing.
I love physical dice. It's part of that whole being ADHD. We like to play with things. Click, 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 click.
Thing.
However, your 14 armor class says that these are both hits.
Fuck. Yeah, I have a shitty
Do
AC.
you,
So
do you
I hate
have
to
a
cast.
reaction? Do you have a
I
reaction you can
probably
do?
do. Give me a minute.
That's why I'm asking. I'm reminding you.
Where's my reaction? Excuse you. Oh, that's not on Quar's sheet, not my sheet. I was like, I have reactions. What the fuck?
Quar doesn't have reactions. Interesting. Yes, yes, very interesting.
Um, how many spell slots do I have? That's a better question. Okay, good. I'm fine. Okay. Um, I'm going to do this for right now. I'm gonna cast shield. Which makes my AC go from 14 to 19.
Perfect. That means that one of them was a miss now.
Hey! Neither of those hit my thing that I need to hit. Perfect. Oh, that was close. I think if I hit a 20,
It's a 20 on the 1 and
triggers.
a 1 on the 6.
Yeah. That almost hit a fucking wild magic surge. That was one off from my 20 die.
Could have been
Yeesh.
very interesting.
Yeesh. Mm.
All right, so you up your shield. The fire, the embery, fiery arm reaching towards you, swipes across your midsection. As you know, you're kind of above him.
Damn.
I've got the high ground, Anakin. Ah, he's a smarty. It swings at you. It hits for a very solid amount of damage that I have to roll so that I'm not sure, because I'm not sure
Swing,
what it's
better,
for.
better, swing, better, better, swing, swing!
I hear a people upstairs. Or unless it's a Finley being confused. I should probably go let him into my room at some point,
At some point.
since everyone is not here. All
All
right. Ouch! You take a massive 14 damage.
Oh shit. Eh, I'm surviving. I'm okay. I'm okay for
I
right
will
now.
survive. All right. Do 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 do. Poof. I should have done that. That is the end of that guy's turn. Quar, you get to go again.
Smacking the asshole in front of me.
Ah!
Sorry.
All right.
The 18 is
Uh,
a hit. The
and
26
26.
is a hit. The 14 and 10 damage, that's 24 damage. Are you going to add your lightning?
Yep, to both of them.
Of course, of course.
46, 15.
So that is 39 damage. Guess what?
You dead?
Oh yeah. You just lightningified a fiery elementally thing, and it just like
Oh, that could cause an
poofed.
explosion.
It poofed into a pile of like smoldering ash. Actually, have you ever seen them pouring asphalt? Imagine
Yes.
that with like lava inside of it.
Oh,
That's what
damn.
this thing looks like as it collapses to the ground in front of you. For a second, you're worried about your axe because it's like, oh shit, what's that going to do to the edge? But you have a quick glance at it, and it looks perfectly fine.
You know what? Then he'll look at the other one beside that the one I just killed.
And
And
intimidate.
no.
No.
No, Zot
Uh
him.
one second. Just see what else I can do. Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh, my phone.
And him
Action
hit that one.
surge. Nice, nice.
Nice.
Because I'm a fighter barbarian.
Go choir.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
choir. Go
I'm assuming you're
choir.
moving forward.
And
There you go. I'll move you forward towards him.
smacking this guy about the face and chest. 16 or 24 to hit.
Both are hits.
Go
And hell, why
choir.
not?
Go choir.
More taser damage. 13.
All right, so that is 45 total.
Yep.
Total.
And that is me.
Nice, nice. Good solid hits.
Yep.
That goes to the dead guy's turn. Oh my. Like he died or something. All right, Lyra, your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna cast a spell. Actually, I'm going to burn sorcery points to make it a quickened spell first.
Quicken that spell.
So a quick.
Hey, clicking.
Oh, okay. A sorcery point? No.
It's exclamation source minus number.
Okay. And if I remember, quicken is 2.
So,
Yep.
so if an orc is ORC and a sork is SORC, that means a sorcerer orc is still just a sork?
I think so.
Did the sork do anything?
It did not.
Interesting. Alright. Is there any good sorcery?
There we go. I figured it out.
What
A
did you
Thoric
do?
minus 2.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, so cast. Minus, oh, what's my highest level that I can cast? 3? Okay.
There
Minus L 3.
in New Orleans. They
Cool.
go around. So
There we go. Now I have THP of 15.
Oh,
And until that,
you
my
upcasted it,
THP
did
is.
you? Nice,
I did.
nice.
Until my THP is gone, they take 5 cold damage every time they attack me, because fuck you!
Cause fuck you, I hate you.
So 1d 20 plus 1d6. And Wild Magic Surge!
Oh no. We're doomed.
Am I rolling the d100 or you rolling the d100?
Well, what would you rather do?
I
I
don't
know
care
you
either
like to
way.
roll dice. I know you like to roll dice.
Okay, then I'll do it. I don't mind either way. 79.
Aw, it's 10 off. If it was 10 lower, man.
Ah.
Seems oblivious sometimes. Does she even get these massive amounts of jokes that we throw at her, Tasha? Like, holy
It
cow.
takes me a minute! Fuck off!
As well as our nose.
You know I'm teasing you. I don't actually mean that. Just, I need to find something.
So it makes that a bonus action. Wait, that was a bonus action, so I didn't need to take my sorcery point. I'm gonna take my sorcery points back, thank you.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Rose,
Whatever. Yo.
I'm rolling a d4.
Okay.
Each of these sides of this d4 is going to be represent a different power level of this wild magic surge.
Okay. Oh, this could be bad.
All right, rolled my d4. Now I know what power level of wild surge this is.
This could get bad, guys. Actually, I like that idea. I might steal that. I am going to go back to my casting. Eldritch. Because I'm a level 6, 7, 8. I get 2 beams. So minus RR2.
Or there's another way to do your spells, Rose. Just give me a second.
I just added the sorcerer
Yes.
Avray list to the server, by the way.
Cool.
Okay. So the wild magic surge that we got is called the Storm of Unwritten Fates. It's a 30-foot area. On any roll or on any natural 1 roll on a spell check or failing a spell casting check while it is active is a trigger. So if you're in it and you roll a 1 on a spell check or whatever, you're activating something.
Okay, good to know. Is that on level spells or all spells?
All spells.
Okay, so sorry, reiterate which dice?
Spell attack. It's on a natural 1 on a spell attack or on a failed spellcasting ability check.
Okay.
And
Those are not ones.
the outcomes are a temporal overlord, reversed gravity pockets, echoes of futures unlived, spell static pulse, auroral cascade, and wild arc discharge.
Mm-hmm.
Would you roll a d6 for me, Rose?
5.
Auroral cascade. The area 30 feet around you is filled with multicolored magical light. All attacks made within this light are at disadvantage, but any healing restores maximum dice for 1 minute.
All attacks are at disadvantage.
All attacks are at disadvantage.
Sorry, cry!
That includes spell attacks.
Damn it.
Healing is at 80 though. Yeah,
healing restores max for the healing.
Let's go roll those with my disadvantage. Ah, chipped! I got chipped out of a crit. Damn. Alright, so 12 and a 14. Nope. A 12 and a 12 to hit or a 20 to hit.
Well, the 12 is not a hit.
Okay.
The 20 would be.
For 8 damage.
8 whole damage! Every little bit counts, right?
Every little bit counts. And she just looks at the car and goes, sorry! I can't control it. It's part of my magic. And that passes to whoever's next.
Amara's salamander does something and attacks the thingy, dealing a little bit of damage to it.
Also,
your salamander that you're on helps a little bit also. dealing a small amount of damage. Why are you spinning him?
I can see his health.
I don't care if you can see his health.
I was trying to do this.
I don't care if you can see his health. What does that mean? You know, now you can't. Now you don't know how much health he has. Some people. Teasing, not upset in any way. It's annoying that that doesn't automatically hide for the players, but okay. Yes, he's almost dead, Rose. Okay, that makes it his turn again. He is going to swing back at Quar with disadvantage because he's affected by it too. He misses his first attack. He misses his second attack even worse.
It's somewhat helpful, I guess.
Quar, can you give me a Constitution save?
Yep.
Perfect.
Oh, wrong person.
Nice.
Hold on.
I don't care. That works.
Okay.
It works. I'm pretty sure your modifier is not quite that high for Quar, but
No.
you can re-roll it again if you want.
Yes, please. 20.
Dirty 20, perfect. Your eyes are clearing. They're becoming less blurry. The flashbang that went off is not so violently harming your eyes now. And now your turn.
All right, I am going to smack the second guy I hit.
Yep.
To balance the disadvantage, I'm going to do it recklessly.
Nice. You don't have disadvantage anymore. Your eyes have cleared.
Oh, okay.
You can still do it recklessly if you want, though. That you'll have an advantage.
I'll still do it recklessly, because why the fuck not? Because it's Quar.
Exactly.
This
is Quar. Quar can't die.
I mean, he can. He's just hard to hit.
All right, a 26 and a 29. Ooh, yeah. You guess what?
You dead?
He's a pile of weird asphalt ash.
All right. Not me.
I don't know how long my armor lasts.
Shield or mage armor?
No, Arkarthas. An hour.
Yeah, it's an hour. So
keep
that. You keep that shit up. You keep concentrating if it has concentrate. Oh, yes.
It's not concentrate. It's just 1 hour.
Okay. So,
that is a
what was it you asked? Sorry, Tasha.
No, I'm good.
All right. So that little mini combat is over. What do y'all want to do now? Once the combat ends, your salamander comes back over to where you are, and we'll reattach you to him if you wish. That way you can move him to move both of you. Ha ha ha! Perfect. I guess I'll attach Rosie back to hers.
Would be appreciated. I'm gonna see if I have a potion.
I believe you do.
Oh, I had taken my potion of fire resistance when we got down here, so fuck you.
Took less damage. Restore, let's say 8.
8? Okay.
And then you can drink your healing potion.
Nah, I don't need it. I'm only 10. Yeah, I should be fine.
If you have a lesser healing potion, you can use it to get
I do, yeah.
restore that. Because remember, they restore for less, right?
Ah. Oh, 2d4 plus 4, if I'm not mistaken. Or is that 1d4? It
Should be 2d4.
is 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah,
Not
I think the
12.
plus is always how many dice there is. 9. There you go. 9. You're only missing 2 now.
I'm okay with this.
All right. What do your eyes see, y'all? May y'all roll me a perception check. By the way, those rats all seem to have vanished.
Nope.
Delete you and delete you. Well, at least you got an extra luck point.
11.
Yep.
We are rolling shit today.
Yeah, we are. And I can't. Wait.
Rose, you are a wild mage. You can give yourself advantage on any roll.
That should only been 1, but. Should have even taken those off. Whatever.
Spend 2 sorcery points to roll 1d4 and apply
It's
the
1
number
sorcery
rolled.
point. But.
It's 2, but I don't know. I'm not arguing it. I'm just saying it. Looking at it says 2, but I don't know. Figure it out. Figure it out.
I should have been Quar's luck.
Nope, that didn't help much.
It was worth a shot.
Okay,
Yeah, on
so
my sheet it says spend 1 sorcery point. On Avray it says spend 2. For whatever reason.
Avery might be grabbing older rules or something. I'm
Could
thinking.
be, yeah. And I'm
All
down
right,
1.
so
I'm gonna just do my sorcery points on my sheet.
that's fine with me. I have no problem with you using your stuff on your sheet as long as you're doing it legitimately and remembering what you're doing. Okay, well, how would you like to proceed? Metagaming wise, you know there are enemies over in that one area. Because, they were visible for some reason. It was very annoying.
Yeah, I will let Quar know that I heard. Oh, over here, yeah. I'm going to continue going this way, because that's the way we were heading anyway.
All right, how would you
And
like to go about it?
Quar over that way.
Hey, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception check.
Huh. 30-20!
Cool. Now that you've made your perception check as a roll, make your perception check as a player.
Hold on. What am I missing? And that's a bridge here. There's 4 guys here.
Nope, you're looking in the wrong places.
Oh. There's a thing here.
There you go. You made your perception check in character and in player.
Okay, understanding, that's really fucking tiny and I scroll out really hard so I can see the map better.
I know. That's why I pointed it out to you when you moved beside it. Said, "Hey, Rose, roll the perception check."
My mount can't get in there, I don't think, technically.
Technically, going by the way this works, yes, it can.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna go in and mage hand, like a smart spellcaster, the thing up.
It is an old journal.
Huh.
Oh, old. Does it look like it might potentially be cursed and or harmed or has magical anything on it?
It looks mostly just like a normal journal that someone would write in, but there's potential for it to be magical. Would you like to cast Detect Magic if you have it?
I don't think I have it, but let me double check if I do. I
Wouldn't that be
do. I will
wouldn't it be
ritual cast
wonderful to have
that.
a Detect Magic scroll and or wand?
I will ritual to cast that, so I'll take the 10 minutes to cast it.
You call
Probably
out to
shouldn't.
Quar and the others, hey, I found something. I just need to do some mumbo jumbo. So they know what they're doing and what you're
Yep.
doing?
Yep. Grabbing the book, taking it back out with me.
All right, I'll drag you out a little. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you come out of there because that was lava,
I
by
should
the
have
way. It
got
was
that.
very hot in there. Luckily, your salamander is very much fire resistant.
Yes. And take the 10 minutes to ritual cast.
All right, so you ritual cast. This book has slight magical residual energy to it. It seems to be mostly protective magic, though, as in spells to protect the book.
Yeah.
It was sitting up near near a lava flow, and it didn't seem to be taking much damage from it. So it seems to have some sort of fire protection in it.
I'm gonna open it.
All right, you open it up. It is, in fact, a journal. It's mostly detailing somebody's, just average, everyday stuff in the mines that are down here. And it seems to be a dwarven worker from the way they talk, quote, quote, writing, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, you would assume this might have been a dwarven miner or somebody from a while back because it's little. They sound like they're talking old school.
Okay.
They're not doing the modern hip hop riz stuff. They're like doing weird like 80s memes and stuff like that. But mostly it's talking about how the red mist started harassing them at one point. The fog itself seemed to have come in when they struck a certain vein of minerals, these strange crystals that they had never seen before. There was pulses of energy, there was pulses of magic, there was some other weird stuff, and they noticed eventually that some of the dwarves started to change. That was when the mine was abandoned by most people.
Okay.
However, some greedy individuals still wanted things down here, so there was still crews sent down into this area, and that's where those suits that you guys heard about were mentioned.
Fair.
In the note or in the journal, you pick up that you definitely want one of those suits if you're going to go deeper. Right now, you guys are not getting disadvantage for your saving throws.
Need a suit and or fire resistance.
Fire resistance helps, yes. Speaking of those checks, however, I'm going to have to make you guys make another one.
I was about to say, as I'm reading this, I'm gonna tell Quar, you need to chug your potion, dumbass.
Yeah, he'll take his potion.
Which potion?
Fire
Fire
resistance.
resistance.
Yep. Okay, that's an hour-long one, right? I think your earlier fire resistance potion has worn off a long time ago, right, Rose?
Yeah, they're hour long.
Yeah, and you guys took a short rest, so.
Yeah, so then I will chug a second one then.
All right, so you guys do that. Let the two NPC mode characters
And
have
then
an
we're
infinite supply
saving
of
Con, you
those for
said?
now. Yada yada.
And then we're saving Con?
Yes. Another Constitution save because of the fog having kicked in a little bit. You've noticed it moves in a little bit of waves every now and then. It'll sweep in, and then you get that coughing, hacking feeling, and then it sweeps out, and then it sweeps back in. Seems to be currently doing that like every 10 minutes or so.
I'm gonna luck point that.
Definitely.
Apparently not.
All right. You unfortunately are now at 2 exhaustion points and are taking 3 damage.
What save do you want?
Con.
Constitution.
Oh, no, not
All right.
plus.
Yes, con. 11.
You've got the same thing as her. Unfortunately, that means you're at your first exhaustion point, and you will take
All right.
9 damage.
1 second.
Humor me for a second. I'm fighting with my HP.
All right, I gotta.
Okay, now HP minus 3. THP 15. There we go.
You're like,
Motherfucker.
why does this have to be so difficult?
Well, I accidentally added 3.
Yeah,
And when I went to
and
take
it put
off
it on,
the 3,
and it put it
took
onto
off
your
my
hit
temp.
it put on your hit points, and it was taking it from the temp hit points because.
Because of Alvaro.
Avre cadavre.
Okay, so yes, this goes in my pack. Because I'm going to keep that.
All right. Badoop.
Inventory, manage.
But yes, it's mostly telling about.
Custom item.
It's a mostly journal of day-to-day operations. The dwarf in question seems to, not have a lot of friends or whatever. He noticed that some of the other dwarfs started acting weird. They started changing physically, like normal dwarves are dwarves, right? They just shorter people, stockier.
Yep.
The ones you saw earlier are the ones he's describing. Meaning he doesn't look like them.
All right.
Damn racism. How dare these dwarfs come into our mines and take our jobs, but you're a dwarf too. But I'm a different kind of dwarf. Not right, I tell you. Not right. Before long, the iron golems will be taking our jobs. Those artificers are getting smarter and smarter every day. It's artificer intelligence.
There. And I added it to my inventory in all caps so I don't forget it. And given the basic info that you just gave me.
Oot.
So now I have it in my actual notes and on the actual sheet like a smart person. Am I a vampire pirate? No. Not today.
Sometimes. Not today, though.
Your
Not
heart
today.
will be. Being a
Alright,
pirate is hard with me.
I'll explain
You
to Quar
are
that
a
we need to
pirate.
find. I think we need to find the crystal, and maybe repair it, and or say sorry to it, and or something, because that's what's causing the fog. And we need to get one of those suits. We need to be on the lookout for a suit because this shit's gonna fucking kill me if we don't.
Funny part is Roswin has one of those suits.
No, he took.
Uh,
We are only in the cloak stuff, and he
No,
didn't
no, no,
take the
no, no,
actual
no.
suit. did he?
Rose,
he bought us
Rose.
clothes.
He found a suit while you guys have been in here.
Right.
However,
it
it
was
has a slash going across the chest. It's the one he found beside the axe. He didn't tell you guys about it in character, so your characters don't know about it. But he technically actually has a mostly functional suit. He's keeping them. He kept it. He kept it away.
Of course he
But
did.
you're like, ah, damn him.
Why help your mage when she's the one that gets hurt easiest of the group? Mm-hmm.
So you guys are going to move up the path?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, put Mara to here. You will move Quar to just before the bridge.
Thank you.
I will tell Cora now what I see down here. officially.
You
And
guys can
that
all
I
see that now, I
see
think.
there's a bunch of lizards over here.
Okay.
There's about another 2 blue ones.
They are smaller than the
and
one. They're much smaller than the ones you guys are on. Those are like medium-sized creatures. Your guys are on large creatures.
I don't think we want to go down there. If we can all
No.
avoid it.
From the looks of it, from your elven eyes, you think the path is clear to get into the next zone. You want to just rush across. By the way, there's a drop down. These guys can't easily get up to you unless they start climbing, and you'll be able to get over across that bridge. No problem.
Yes. I think we should go across it.
Yep.
Yeah, you can go up of those sides of those, by the way. That's why I didn't block them off as walls.
That makes sense.
They are still elevated. All right, that is lava, however. There's no actual way to get off the map, by the way. You're like, let me out!
There
Hey,
isn't,
quit breaking
is
the
there?
rules. Quit breaking the rules.
I'm trying to get back in.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know how I got out.
There's a hole over there somewhere, apparently. Probably just a thing because it was the attachments. Anyways.
Yes.
Anyways, I was trying to see if there's anything in here or anything in here, but apparently that breaks the map. Yeah, I was trying to see into here. That's why I was trying to go over here.
You were dragging by the mount. It's not. It doesn't have vision enabled, so technically it can go through the walls, right? So every now and then, because we're moving it around by that, it jumps out. The players on it are like, "What the hell just happened?"
Pretty
Right?
much.
Yeah, that makes sense. Your map fucking hates me. Anyway, it's not the point. There's nothing in here. There's no other side over here.
Nope. There's no other map. This is it. This is the entirety of this zone.
Cool.
Ready to transition?
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe it was this one.
Woohoo!
I have to add you guys and your mounts to the board. 1 second. Where are you? This is Amara. This is Quar. This is
I'm just gonna
Lyra.
ignore what's up
This
top.
is Roswin. Are you peeking again?
Remember, my stuff zooms out really hard so I can see the full thing.
She's peeking again.
That's why I know something like that. I'm like, I'm gonna just zoom in over by where we actually are.
Vision. 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 Players. No, Vision.
And Marley, no, that's TMI, and that's, in my personal opinion, that's not okay. But that's beside the point. I'm not gonna explain further than that. My chat be unhinged as fuck. I'm so fucking hungry.
Well, that,
We got
you know,
20 minutes.
you don't have that long to wait till food.
20 minutes.
You can do it. I believe in you. There was a blue one for you, and then this one for the other two. This was actually a little bigger than that, though. Thank you. Bloop. Bloop. Quar has his mighty pet.
Yep.
Oh. And now Mara's back here. Quaro's up here.
We probably want to move forward a little bit more so that you all actually have full space for your large mounts.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go over to the right because there looks to be a couple little openings over there. I'm gonna explain to Quar that there's barrels to the left
All right.
and what looks to be like boxes or something or carts as well to the left.
All right.
And obviously Quar can see the 3 carts, 3 boxes in the front of us and the 2 more barrels over by the fire.
Give me 1 second. I'm not even looking at the map.
That's important.
Can you see the map? Rose.
Yes.
Rose,
Hydrate,
can you see the...
motherfuckers!
Rose! Pay attention!
I can see the map.
Can you see your normal sight vision?
No, I can see up to here.
This is your sight vision.
Yes.
This is everyone else's.
Oh. Yeah, well, he can see the boxes and the barrels.
Yeah, I'm not saying he can't. I was just showing you what everyone else can see. Would you like me to put it on, leave it on your vision, or put it on this?
My vision. Thank you.
You're like, I want to see everything, damn it!
I would like to see what my character can see, but yes. I'll let Quar know that there's a barrel over to
By
the
the way,
left.
this is not a box. This is a building. Technically, it is raised up on stilts, and underneath it is a ladder that
Okay.
climbs up into it. The same as there's one over here. There's one over here. There's 2 over here that Lyra can see. This is a wagon. This technically is a salamander, not a weasel thing like it looks like.
Alright, so she explained that she sees houses, much like the one that Quar can kind of see over here. And that there's a fire to our right. That's not the house to the right. Further to the right,
by the way,
there
Rose,
looks to be more
so you are aware,
openings.
this salamander that was on this wagon is a was, not an is.
Figured.
Oh, dead salamander.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go. Like I said, over
You guys can explore as you wish. You can get off your mounts if you want to, also, by the way.
All right.
I'm gonna get off my mount and go this way. Okay, so what I'm seeing, whoop!
You have to unattach yourself from the mount.
I don't know how to do that.
Click on you. Not moving. Right click, detach. You're detached. Right click, if you want to attach yourself back to it, right click on you and then click attach and then link to it.
Yeah.
They're standing here doing guard duty. Amara will go over here and check around looking for stuff too. You guys can see the doors? Question mark?
Yes.
Okay.
The blue lines, yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that they were all visible. There should be a few places with them. But yes, Amara's going to guard this this section over here. And Quar, you get to explore somewhere when you get a chance to see the map.
Well, 1 second. I was just dealing with my hair.
All good, all good.
I'm gonna figure out what these barrels are carefully.
You're going to investigate them, are you?
Yes, there's red stuff on them, so I'm intrigued as to what they are.
Uh,
And there's a lot
Oh,
of
We'll
them.
let
don't
Quar
be-
figure out what he's doing before we can progress with your
sorry.
investigation.
Quar
Would you
was
like to
going to
get off
try.
of your mount, or you're good on with being on it, Quar?
I'm going to stay on my mount and
Okay.
go check out the dead one.
The guy one is over this way.
Yep.
All right, so
And
you're basically going to investigate that. Okay, so in that case, I'll let you both do your investigation checks.
all right.
Investigation.
Amara gives you advantage, Quar.
Oh, all right.
Roswin, unlike himself, offers advantage to Rose also.
19.
Aubrey has said no to Rosie today. However,
Rosie's like, I could get a 10 or a 10.
I'm gonna bend my luck, so I'm gonna spend a sorcery point to get to the right window. Actions. Scroll down, spend a sorcery point to roll a 1d4 and try to fix my luck.
You could always just use a luck point also.
Good. 4.
That puts it up to a 15. Not horrible. All right. And Quar got a 19.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
Perfect, Quar. This poor animal has been dead and drying for quite some time. It is almost in a state of mummification. It's been here for that long.
Damn.
There's nothing lively about anything. There's no juicy bits left.
I was gonna
You would
say,
estimate you would estimate
beef
from
jerky?
from your knowledge of jerkies and things like that. This thing has been it's well past its best before date. But you would guesstimate it's been here for at least possibly 10 years.
Can I see a cause of death?
It looks like it had wounds, like fire infused wounds going through it. It looks like it also had some sort of resistance, obviously, because it's a salamander, but there was scorch marks that were different than the rest of the marks on it around the wounds. They look like large clawed like things.
He goes, this guy's been dead for 10 years. And looks like he was burnt and stabbed, slashed, clawed.
Claws would be appropriate, or would definitely be a good appropriation.
All right, yeah, clawed and clawed and burnt and all that sort of fun stuff.
Though you do also notice no signs of like being eaten by something.
But oddly enough, it was not eaten.
I'm wondering if they clawed themselves because of what was happening with the mist.
How would they burn
All right.
themselves, though?
So Rose, you get to do your investigation. Your whole 15 was it? Yes. It is barrels of. Have you ever seen like garnet grit?
No, but I'm guessing it's like a gritty,
Little
like a
fairly
powdery.
fine sand powdered material, like powder, like the kind of stuff, you need a pinch of diamond dust. This is dust of something. However,
Oh,
it's
so
a reddish color and it doesn't have a solid red. It has like the outer edges are not red, and then the center of each crystal is red. sort of thing, meaning a pile of them looks very red, except along the edges it has a weird white outline.
Okay. Do I know any crystal that may resemble that?
It's a fairly well-known crystal, and you kind of can identify it from the fact that you've seen other crystals of this type already in this mining, or in some of the mining areas. They're big, they're red, they pulse with a lot of magical energy, and a certain other character was looking for a rather large one at one point.
Ethereal crystals.
Correct. These are three giant, or not giant, but three good-sized barrels of fire ethereal crystals in a powdered form.
Oh, I figured out what they struck and pissed off then.
Oh.
Lyrigo found out what they struck and pissed off. They ground up fire ethereal crystal. And a lot of it from the looks of it. There's several barrels over here. I've
By the
seen
way,
a
can you
count
see,
of
you can see
1,
inside of
2,
this structure,
yeah.
Rose, because it's
1,
it's
2,
like a
3,
pen.
4, 5, 6,
Hmm.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
These
13,
are salamanders,
14.
or were salamanders.
All right.
I see about 17 barrels over here that have the ethereal dust.
Hmm.
And a housing for salamanders, which look to be very dead. I'm also going to go check out what that note is. So I see a note over here.
Hmm. All right.
Notations. And I found more barrels.
Hmm.
This looks to be where they were making something.
Are you going to go over to this thing and see if there's any actual helpful, useful information
Yeah,
there?
I'm gonna check the little note first, and I'm gonna check the big notes after.
Little note just seems to be like something someone would write to someone else, like, "Hey, remember to do the thing in section B," or something like that, right?
Okay. Directions.
The other one seems to be in Dwarven.
She's gonna go back to her party.
Yep.
Where they can all kind of hear her and go, "Yo, anybody here speak Dwarven? Because I sure as hell don't."
I don't think anyone does, actually.
Give me one sec.
And I don't believe I have
Tash
comprehend
is like,
languages.
"Just let me check," cracks knuckles.
Pretty much, because I'm like, because
They
I'm the
really
one
don't
that
give you a
usually
lot of
takes.
ways of getting languages anymore. Like
Yeah.
they've really lowered my options for languages. Like, oh boy, everyone has to take fucking common sign language and common or
Well,
something.
it gives you a reason to take the spell comprehend languages now, so I can't really
I
argue
do
that.
not. I do not
Nobody
speak
takes it.
Dwarven because usually I choose the obscure languages because I'm all like, you know
Yeah.
what?
I like an obscure language. Sometimes it can come in really handy because, like, sometimes the DM will be like, "Does anyone understand insert weird unknown language?" One player's like, "Hey, I know that language," and the DM goes, "Fuck yeah," and the player goes, "Fuck yeah,"
Yeah, after we
Or
figure out
or
if
the DM
anybody
goes, "Fuck,
does.
I didn't expect that."
right?
No, the two NPC party members of ours do not speak it. One speaks Primordial, though.
Well, doesn't help here. All right, so it
Nope.
is stuff in Dwarven. You have
Cool.
comprehend languages.
I do not.
Well, that doesn't help us. So,
Alright.
what would you like to do now?
We are going on break because it is supper
Yep.
time.
Supper time, supper time.
So we will be
supper
back
time.
in a little bit.
We'll be back after these messages.
Why do I hear music?
I don't know why. Welcome back, everybody. We are exploring the caves, and I am getting exhaustion points left, right, and center, because even with my fire resistance, we are doing shit down here. I had informed Quar that it looks like they're over where I had been up here, that there was some kind of manufacturing thing.
Uh-huh.
If he wants to come check that out.
Yes.
I am going to have you both do a quick perception checks.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, okie
Boop,
dokie.
boop, boop, boop.
Take it to the right channel.
And yes, if you'll notice, Rose, there is no outer wall on the bottom southern side of the map. I didn't really do the outside walls for a large part of it.
Wow, Rose, the dice do not want you to succeed.
Not today, they don't. Just watch, it's gonna save all that up just for Sunday.
I hope you're using all your luck points up.
I can't.
Not for this roll, but I hope you're using them up for other things. You keep getting a lot. You're gonna overflow.
I'm currently at 4.
All right, so Amara and Roswin will stay guarding the front area of this section. Amara starts coughing with this next wave of fog that comes rolling in. It seems to come from the back areas of this section, or at least some of it does. There is some coming from the other side where the lava on the map is also.
Okay.
And this one seems to be a little different than the others. Neither of you rolled good, but it feels strange or like differenter.
It feels more different.
Much more different. I don't know, something about it. It doesn't ease up. Also, a constitution saving throw, please.
Hmm? 10.
I will use another sorcery point to help Quar.
All right.
For 4, so that makes it a 14 for him.
14, okay. Quar, you resist. You are not exhausted from this round. Lyra, you actually were able to withstand that round of
and I'm at a during
pain.
20 because I'm at -4.
Yep.
I managed to resist.
This fog does not roll back. It stays there. You're now going to have to be doing saves much more frequently.
All right.
I'm gonna see what's inside. If there's is there just barrels in this, or if it's something more.
Nope, mostly just the same thing. It's those barrels of materials.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the left where Quar was sort of looking and go look around. What's that?
That is just a rock.
Okay.
It does look like it should be something, I agree. This map came with pre-thing. It might have been a rat, actually. I don't know.
There's a door here, so I'm going to bring Amara. I'll loop back around, bring Amara over to me as the rogue to check the door for traps.
She's not here. She can't do that.
I sure as fuck can't. And we know that she's the
She's-
rogue.
She kneels down. She looks into the lock. She does her thing. She like da da da. You don't even see her do anything with her lock picks, and suddenly she just opens the door and pushes it wide.
Look at shinies. Those are all mugs. This looks like to be the mess hall.
Hmm.
Doesn't look like there might be any suits here. I'm gonna have her check this door.
Same outcome.
Perfect. Oop. And that leads back outside to where I had been previously. Gonna guess that leads back to where I was previously. No, it doesn't. Oh, there's bones in here. That's dangerous. There's... Oh, I know what that is as a player! I know exactly what that is as a player. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that just so Tasha can see it. Because that is hilarious. You won't be able to see it with your vision.
Oh, okay.
But because I'm in the area with my vision, that's what I'm seeing. A bit of friendly advice for the trolls out there. The smallest spark can ignite the biggest flame. Oh, thank you, Lee. Yeah, see, I try to be a spark of joy because people just need that in their lives.
Oh, hell no. That's some Tiamat bullshit.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's a fucking alter Tiamat. I don't think Lyra knows that. I was like,
That
eggs
is
up
not
here.
actually there. That is just part of the map. I'm just using I didn't edit it, so
There. That's so funny though.
Currently, that is an Easter egg.
I love how Rose and I are both like, nope, nope.
Like,
Gotta go
shit,
back out
we
to
don't
where
want
I
to deal with
was.
Tiamat.
It's bad enough I had one of my party members in my Descendant to Avernus campaign betray us for Tiamat.
Okay, that leads up to the set there. And that's just an empty room. Okay.
That's not a room. That's a balcony.
Balcony. Fair.
That's why I made it so the outside parts are windows.
More instructions, I'm guessing.
Mostly just notes and stuff, details about the production of the stuff going on here. You figured out that the things that they were made, or the material that they were forming with this stuff, is used by people who like things that you work that hold kind of like a wand. You hold them like a wand, and then you pull a piece of them, and it goes foosh, and somebody farther away falls over dead. No, gun. Gunpowder.
Pew pews.
Pew pew. Alright, can these two see me, or am I far enough away that they can't see me from where I am?
They can't see you.
Cool. I'm gonna back the fuck up and say, nope, nope.
Well, maybe they could. We better roll for this. You better be stealthing, young lady.
I wasn't.
You weren't, but you should have been. So, are you stealthing for room to room, or are you going to let me notice them with the rolls that I did?
I'm going to take that nat 20 and stealth, thanks.
Well, guess what? You're lucky that it was a nat 20 because one of them rolled a 21.
Oh, because that would have been a 19 even with my nat, but I mean, that's up to how you want to roll that.
No, I'm letting you win it. You got it. You succeeded.
Thank you.
Your exhaustion when you almost walked into the room, into the opening of the doorway, and went, "Hey guys," and then realized, wait, that's a bad idea.
Yep, I'm gonna stealth the fuck out of there.
So you dive behind something and move back. You definitely saw those guys up there, and they were not necessarily standing there. They were kind of mulling around the room, right? So they won't be in the same place you saw them at a second ago next time.
Mm-hmm. Going to explain the car that up at the left hand side, there's more of the pantry stuff, and there's guys up there. I don't want to go up there. And I think that we should go back over this way. I don't think there'd be any suits in the little alcove houses. I love you too. And yes. Okay, I love how you're like, we're gonna, so it's gonna draw a wall over here.
Yep.
So those are salamanders. The guys are over to my left. I'm still stealthing.
I'm going to ask both of you to do a quick perception check for me.
Okay.
Did you want to
All
be
right.
moving around exploring it all, Quar?
Yes, he's just kind of cruising around.
14.
Anywhere in particular you want to go to?
Not really.
Do you want to leave your mount back here? There's not a lot of space for it in there, but it could still fit.
Yeah, he'll leave it behind, and apparently Quar doesn't give a fuck. 11 for perception.
All right. So Quar, you're not really noticing anything particularly. Nothing's out of the way. You're not noticing anything, any footprints in the dust. You're not noticing any anything that tells you that how long ago people might have been here. Nothing like that. And what was your roll, Rose?
14.
14.
That's
Yeah.
after my exhaustion.
What Rose, all you really notice is, there's no indication of this place being out of commission for long. It looks fairly recent, other than some detail. Like some stuff has been still going on down here, or may have been recently. What I'm saying is, you're getting signs. You're noticing signs that this place is much more active than it was, and not necessarily dead people, but
people. Hello, Finley.
Finley!
Continue stealthing up.
Following. Following.
Trying to be careful.
Oh, fuck's sakes, Finley.
Yeah, I will stealth, because,
That would be smart. I'm gonna drag Quar the same way that I went.
if I can spell, that'd be lovely.
Finley!
14 for my stealth.
Bark, 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 bark! What are you barking at?
Okay, I'm gonna tell Quar. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I got the better stealth. I'm going to tell Quar to stay put. I'm gonna go fetch our mounts.
All right.
And our party members.
Quar, I'm going to give you one last perception.
Okie dokie.
Fetch that.
Finley!
19.
Darn it! What's the problem, buddy? What's the problem?
He's barking at the ghost.
There might be thunder. But he
That's
usually
you.
wouldn't bark at it. He's just scared of fire. He's just scared of fire. The thunder, the lightning. Very, very frightening. Finley! Mind you, me yelling at him doesn't help. Just thinks I'm not yelling with him. Your 19 is enough to notice something, Quar. You'll have to look on the edge of your vision.
Oh, I see
All
it.
right.
Can our mounts go through here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure. There.
What are you barking at?
And still. And taking party with her to re-meet Quar and avoid the big note bitches. What do we have for scrolls? I'm pretty sure we got some before I went down here. What did we get again? We got a couple shield scrolls, if I'm not mistaken. They gave one to each of the party, if I remember correctly.
So, what's the plan, Rose? What's going on? What are you doing?
Shield, one scroll, and minor image. Okay.
Mirror image.
Mirror image, yeah.
Minor image would be a completely different spell.
I mean, minor illusion, wouldn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, minor image.
Could still be useful,
I
though.
saw mirror image and my brain went minor image.
Minor image. It only can
yes.
do pictures of minors.
So, Quar, if you
Pick the
need
spelling
it,
you
you
prefer.
you have one of the scrolls, as does the rest of the party. We each have one scroll of shield.
Okay.
You guys would have to do a magic roll to kind of check on it.
I allow non-casters to use scrolls as long as they're lower level scrolls and they make a roll for it. You would make an Arcana check or
DC
the
11.
Druid scroll a nature check or something like that, right? And the DC is the caster level.
Alright, so what does Quar notice?
I know those figures and 19. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
got 19.
Can you see the map? Quar.
Give me 1 second. I'm not even on the map because.
That's why I was pointing it out to you.
Let me refresh because all I see is white.
All I see is whiteness. You're in this area?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, it's
So
over here.
your check was enough to notice these. Do you see them?
Ah,
But before Lyra got back, you looked away and you looked back, and they were seemingly gone.
Corgos, be careful. Those fuckers are either still here or they've vanished.
Would I know that race like this can go on the ethereal realm as a mage?
You do have points in religion.
Good question.
Do you have a modifier in
I have
religion?
+1 in religion.
+1. What's your arcana?
My arcana is a +4, and I am proficient in it.
Well, then roll a arcana check.
The arc. Dirty 20, which takes it into a 16.
Your 16 is more than enough for you to be aware that certain types of wraiths and undead that can go incorporeal can either go into alternate side dimensions, such as the ethereal or the astral, or they can simply go invisible, or they can go inside of objects.
Alright, I will tell Quar this.
They might be invisible, they might be hiding inside of something, or they might have fucked off, in other words. And by fucked off, we mean hiding on the edge of reality, looking in, going, where's my next meal?
Yeah. He will inform you of this.
Yep.
If you want to go attack them or go up towards them, that's on you. But I think we need to go over towards
Stanley, shut up!
that we were headed, which is through the door over where they were.
Do you want to go through where they were? Hey, you!
It's either,
Lie down!
it's either that or we go
Lie
deal
down.
with the other foundry
Lie
area,
down.
which looked like it didn't have a way out. And try to fight something else,
Well,
which could be a lot meaner.
since Quar was smart enough to tell you, hey, don't necessarily go into that room, you knew to
Yep.
not have these guys go into that room, by the way.
There.
Back here.
That's what I was working on.
You, however, are stealth. Do you want to try to sneak through the room?
Sure! I will sneak this way, around the top, and towards where they were, and in towards the
Roll
bigger
a
lava
perception check
pit.
for me from here.
For an 11,
Do you want to do anything to your roll to modify?
I will luck point.
Since you do have abilities to do that, I'm going to give you the opportunity to use them.
See, perk.
By the way, I did not say whether that was a bad roll or not. I just said I gave you the option.
Well, I need to use up some of the luck points anyway.
Kind of why I gave you the option. All right, so Rose, look at the map.
Let me finish taking my notes. Okay, I'm on the map. Ooh. Oh. I was, before you put that guy, I'm going to move him slightly. I was like, oh, look, it's a big dragon thing on the map. And then I saw him, and I was like, oh, no. Yeah. That looks like a big old no. I'm gonna stealth back towards my party member, go, there's a big no guy over there. Like a big no. 3 of us. Medium, large, huge size. Way over to the top left.
Corgos, what do you want to do?
Well, let's fight him. Or fight
As
that little
a
2 inches.
as a common sense courtesy from the DM,
Hmm.
I will point out something that big is probably of boss stature.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it's either we fight him, which is not good, or we fight the two little Toby bitches, which had no way out, and we need a suit.
Uh,
But I can't stay down here without a suit, because if we do stay down here without suits, I'm gonna just get more exhausted. So we either need to continue forward quickly and get that vault.
Speaking of which, I do need you
Or-
guys to make another Constitution save.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me, Rose.
No worries. I'm just suffering over here because I keep reminding you.
Actually, this time,
22.
Rose, you get to roll at disadvantage.
Fucking. Why? I'm already at -4. You have a luck point that, thanks.
Okay.
Apparently not.
All right, Quar, you notice Lyra is not looking good at all. She's gone pale.
Quar goes,
She looks like she's about to start coughing, which in the position that she's in, if there's invisible enemies in this room, will cause bad things to happen. You have about 5 seconds to grab her and pull her out of the room because you know where she is for some reason.
he
Well, I
will grab
was
her,
talking to him.
yank her out of the room, and goes, we either go forward or we go back to town and we get you a goddamn suit.
All I
Right
need
now,
is
you're
rest.
thinking the suit might be the better option because if you stay down here, yeah, she's just going to die from exhaustion, essentially, right?
Yep, he pretty much looks at the little salamander that he's on, goes, I am very sorry for what I'm about to do, and he does the whole spur, a kick in the side, like, we need to
Let's get out of here fast. Okay.
Yes.
All right, you guys make it back to the entrance point with no hindrances.
And Quar is gonna keep on keeping on because I need to get her out of here. And we
Yep.
need to get proper gear.
Oh yeah, definitely. That will definitely help. All right, so you guys, like I said, have no problems making your way all the way down back here.
Apparently I do. Apparently I can't move shit. I know there's something else over here, but I can't grab that thing.
Did you grab the player?
By accident, yes. I went to go grab the toad.
Where'd Mara go? Rose, what have you done?
Ooh, that's not good. I don't know, but I need to go back them. Like now.
How do I detach her from this? Aha!
Rose says if Shiva gets out her food, yell at her.
Will she hear me? Or yell at Rose or yell at
No,
Sheba?
she means yell at her, and she'll come.
Okay. That my brain was like, but will Sheba even hear me? It was like it's like the flower girl question from yesterday, Rose. It was a post that I found. It was a person saying, sharing a picture from their wedding. It's like the happiest day of my life. I got to marry my wife, and we and our dog was our flower girl. But it was trying times because it was illegal back then. And people's responses were, "It's illegal to have a dog as a flower girl." But it was two women getting married.
Oh.
So it's like then the response is one of the responses was it took me I completely forgot homophobia was a thing, and I was sitting here wondering why is it illegal for a pupper to be a flower girl.
Right.
See, that's the kind of people I like in my friends list. The ones that sit there and don't think the worst of everything, because that's nice.
Right.
Whilst it's a good idea to have the worst in mind, it doesn't need to be the what dominates you, right? All right. For you to make it back to the previous area that has less fog right now,
Yep.
I will I will allow you each to do 3 Constitution saves when Rose gets back. You can do yours now if you want, Tasha. You can do yours, and you're not having any problems with this, so you're in perfectly normal saving throws.
Oh, the exhausted one!
So you make all of your saves
an
and are
accident.
not further exhausted.
Second one. And then, I think it's one.
Yeah, we need to do laundry anyway, because yeah.
Lyra's having a bad day, and Rosie's having a bad day, too.
Because Rosie was having healthy stuff, and then we had Arby's, and her body was like, bitch.
Her body's like, what are you doing to me? How dare you make me eat healthy? I will make you pay for this.
Yes, pretty much. So I will do my set of saves, in a moment. I need to
Momentarily. Did you close all the doors in that one room, by the way, Rose?
Yes, we'll say yes.
Okay.
That seems like it's a safer option to say.
You know how
No
like
problem either way.
you know how like people joke that dwarf default accent is Scottish?
Yep.
And drow accent is supposed to be Australian? Which race would be German?
Personally, I can see dwarves being German.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see elves being Irish. Like high elves.
I could also see elves being German. Cold efficiency, emotionlessness, like the industrial side of Germany, right? I'd say elves went into an elven industrial revolution, which, by the way, would take centuries probably, and by human standards, wouldn't be an era of golden science. It would be a millennia of knowledge and science.
Yes.
Whole human empires would rise and fall in the time frame this establishment was establishing itself, and then wow.
There, that should fix the slight issue that I was having.
Yeah.
In theory.
I just thought of something again. Can you imagine like the party's just settling down for the night? Everybody's about to go to sleep, and all of a sudden the tabaxi.
Zoomies.
No, not the zoomies.
The tabaxi bard just suddenly sits and stares off into a corner. There's nothing in this corner. He's just sitting there staring at it. And then you see his jaw move a little bit.
Either that, or they start hearing the tabaxi start hacking something up.
Have you ever seen a cat that sees a bird and has, for some weird, unnatural reason, decided it wants to chirp at the bird?
Yes.
I don't mean like a bird chirp, but it's like this little like chirp, 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 chirp noise that the cat is making as it's like calibrating itself or something.
It's imitating the bird chirp, and that is its way of communicating.
it was just I watched the cat do that every time it saw a bird. It would make these chirping noises, and it just looked so ridiculous, but it was funny at the same time, like funny in a good way.
Okay, there we go. I have a 14, 17, and a 19. I did luck
Perfect.
point 1.
You are good.
I still have 2 luck points, by the way, so I'm still golden.
You make it back to the previous map. Let me see. There it is.
I know this is a dumb question, but didn't Dash's character buy us all suits?
No,
Dash
because
couldn't get you all suits because there was
Oh.
only one in stock, and it was really expensive.
yes, and
Right.
when he tried it, the person said it would take a couple weeks because they need the materials to make a new one.
Basically, what had happened was a previous adventuring group had gotten the last suits they had. He has like one that's not in the full condition that Dash passed on for the moment. He said he might come back for it, but the guy gave him a side quest where he is looking for extra suits to return to the dude for a reward, which he may or may not tell you guys about later. But
All
I
right,
believe
but
he's mentioned to us
he has
that
he has
part, but
found
not that he found one.
he has found one suit, but he hasn't told you guys that he found it yet.
yeah, Cora's gonna go find a different store in town.
There is a way of getting suits down here, but you haven't gone down that path.
All right.
I've been trying to
Yes,
look for all
yeah.
the paths.
Well, remember, Rose,
We really
I
can't do that.
follow a policy of you can make your own path.
And the path we chose kind of nearly killed us.
Remember some details about your mounts.
They're fireproof and mist proof.
Right. So that means
We
you
could
have at
technically.
least 2 other exits out of this area.
Hold on. We also could make a semi version of a suit ourselves with the dead bodies.
Yeah, we could.
The
Yeah, we
skin.
could do that.
Yeah, stuff like
take the
that.
giant skin. So yeah, go back to where that other one was and just
I would send
Wow.
Quar for that by himself.
Yeah,
because
I'm not doing that. I can't do that.
Right, Quar, I'm
That's
going to
just gonna
get you to
kick
do
my
one
ass.
Constitution save for me because you're pretty Constitution wise. In this particular case, you have advantage on it. Actually,
all right. So how many Constitution?
just one.
1 with
All right.
advantage.
Yep. I'm a luck point that.
All right. Don't you like? Isn't it nice that everyone's a halfling?
All right. 15.
All right, you're 15. Yes, you make it back to
you have 1 luck point left, Quar.
the remains.
Yep.
By the way, there was a second batch of salamander remains in that.
Yes,
that pendant you found on the right hand side.
All right.
Which Lyra had told him about.
Yeah.
There's about
And
3 or 4 over there.
All right, so I'll switch the scene to the other map for a second because that's where we are.
Quar's gonna try and skin and make a makeshift suit out of it.
All right, so there is one.
You want survival rolls or
2, 3, 4. There's 4 of them in total. Yeah, survival rolls work, unless you have a crafting skill that you're good at.
I don't have a crafting skill I'm good at. But I'll re-roll the survival 4 times to see how well I do.
7, 5, 5, and 12. Okay, so those are all pretty bad. Though you did get 2 luck points from that. Okay, so your first attempt on the first one doesn't really get anything useful. You get a bit of leather scrap because that's
Okay.
mostly what you're going for. I'm assuming is hide.
Yeah, because I'm gonna try and stitch as much as I can together to make a suit. It's
for
gonna be a
Lyra or
horrible
for
suit,
yourself.
but for both of us.
No, enough. You're going to try to get enough for both of you.
Yes, and
All
the
right.
rest of the party
Guessing
if
if lack of
possible.
amount, probably for Lyra, because she's the one that's in the worst condition.
Yes. Try to
All
get
right.
it
Well,
enough
in
for
that
all of
case,
us.
I'm going to ask you high or low.
Hi.
Well, you picked good because I rolled a 92. You got
Damn!
Right.
just enough to make a suit for Lyra and enough to upgrade your mask a little bit. You've noticed you're not being affected as much by this as Lyra is, so you can get away with just like sealing your mask a little bit better for the moment.
All right.
So you're able to upgrade yours, and you now have advantage on those saves for versus the fog.
All right. And then yeah, he'll stitch together what he can for Lyra's
All
suit.
right, for that, I'm going to have to make you do a crafting check, essentially.
Okay. I
Which
don't
would
have
be, in this case, you don't need the tool set. They just give you advantage on the check. You're
okay.
going for a DC 10, basically, and it would be probably dexterity related because sewing leather.
14.
Perfect. You are able to piece together a temporary outfit for Lyra.
All right.
And the two NPC characters magically get their own versions of it on temporarily.
He'll sew it up, kind of give it a little lavender spritz because it probably smells like dead body.
Doesn't smell the best, no.
I'll take
And then
dead
toss
body
it back.
over choking on fumes.
And then he'll toss it at her, like, here.
Cool. I need a rest. Badly.
Yes, that's why you guys need to get out of this cave. You can't rest in here at all.
Yeah, I am, I believe, at a -6 now.
You can make it all the way back to the Queen's nest
Yeah, let's
if
do
you
that.
want to rest there.
Yeah,
let's
we
do
can take
that.
a long rest there. That'd be great, because that'll at least take me down to 2.
Yes, I will allow you to take a long rest there. It seems to be a fairly safe spot. Something about that area keeps the fumes away.
Cool. I'm gonna make a long rest on my sheet to see what it actually does. And recover 1. Requires food and drink. Yeah, we have food and drink.
Yep.
Yes, you do.
Take a long rest, recover 1 of my exhaustion points down.
And I'll get rid of my exhaustion.
Yes, you get
And
to
we
get
still
rid of yours
have
as
40
well.
minutes
Ha
before we
ha
do
ha.
anything.
We have what?
40 minutes before end of session.
Oh yeah, we still have time to do stuff. It's just
We still have
you
time.
guys definitely needed to get out of there because with just the two of you, you cannot defeat that boss.
No. We can't. And I'm going to tell Dash a big fuck you to him. Real fast.
Why? That's rude.
I'm like, I took 3 exhaustion points because you didn't help me with the suit, stick out tongue. Fuck you.
All right, that was pretty good so far.
Yeah,
You guys have made it back to the Queen's Nest. You have done your long rest.
Yeah.
The Queen kind of gives you that empathetic little
Lyra
Like
looks like shit.
that sigh of oh sweet child.
Lyra just looks at her like, it. That mist hurts a lot. A lot, a lot. And I am down to the last fire resistant potion that I have.
Rose, I will allow you to do a perception check, please.
In 1 second, I need to alter my potions because I realized we bought 3 and
Actually, Quar, you
I
can do a
have to
perception check also. Check also.
let's see
Chop. Yeah, chop.
perception.
I need you to do a perception.
I will
Perception.
luck point
Chop.
that with my last luck point, I want to say. Yeah, my last luck point.
I'm a luck point that because 8.
I understand.
15, 14, 13.
11.
I will bend luck for Quar.
Okay.
Make that 13 for both of us.
Yep.
13 for both of you. All right. Actually, that is enough for both of you to notice. In the debris around this area, there is a small, like, satchel type backpack that has a
Mhm.
glow coming out of it.
All right, picking it up and opening it up.
Quar gets to it first because Lyra's like, oh, fuck, I'm tired.
I was like,
Can I do it
bullshit,
like
I
in
just
20
wanna
minutes?
sleep.
Can I just like take a nap first?
I
But
just want
Quara,
to sleep.
you pick up this satchel, and in it you hear like the rattle of like glass against glass. You look in it, and
Mhm.
there's these 2 small, glowing light blue vials, like
Wait,
that
no, you continue
diamond,
going on. My brain just
Minecraft
clicked on
diamond
something.
blue, like very very
Ooh,
light blue.
Mhm.
They seem to call out to you, but not in a way of like "drink me now," more in the way of like a Monster Energy drink commercial. "Drink me now."
it's what your Monster Energy drink does to you because you know you don't currently have it, but you really want it.
Right.
Exactly. It's that whole sensation of I would like to drink this, and then I would like to drink the other one of these, and then I would like to find more of them. And you haven't even drank the damn thing, but
Hmm.
instinctively you feel like this would be a good thing to get Lyra to drink.
He'll definitely hand it to Lyra.
So he kind of looks at it and goes, okay. First off, before I drink that, I'm a ritual cast, a detect magic, and then do an arcana check as well if allowed.
Yep, go ahead. You can try to identify it however way you wish. You could sit here and attempt to attune to a potion. By the way, I allow for you to identify potions. Yes. If you had the spell identify, that would be even better.
The Arca. That's a bad arcana, but I did do also detect magic as well. To see if there's any specific
All
type of
right,
magic.
so it is magical. It is some sort of enhancement magic. It sort of thing. Effectively, you feel like you might have seen something about this sort of thing before. It is effectively an energy drink.
Nice.
You've heard rumors of them, but you've never had to partake of one in your life because you figured, I don't need that sort of weird enhancement drink. When you never know that I've heard they cause hearts to explode and things like that. So you have the option of drinking this potion, and what it does, it will restore 1d4 exhaustion point.
Fuck yeah, I'm drinking that shit. Are you kidding me?
Would you like to roll, or would you like me to?
You can go ahead. I'm making notes.
Well, then you were very,
2.
very lucky because I rolled a 4.
Cool. I only need 2, but I will take that. Exhaustion.
There was 2 of those potions, by the way.
Points. Yep, I drank 1 of 2.
Yeah.
Which is in my notes, and I'll put it in my inventory. Not like anybody's gonna remember that they're in our inventories, but
Sometimes we do when we're looking for other things.
energy, anti, exhaustion potion. Do. And it's in my equipment, and it has exclamation marks in front of it, so it's a case of look at me. That means I got rid of both of my exhaustion points. Okay. So there was a spot on the other map that was over this way somewhere at one point that we hadn't gone over. And I am now wearing my my suit that he made.
On this map? The lava tube?
Yes. Because there was this fight, and we could go down here, it looks like. Or up here. If we could go down to the left or up to the right.
I don't have maps for those areas, I will admit. But yeah, you can go to either of those.
Ah, well, there's
If
enemies.
if you can figure out how to bypass the enemies, however you will choose to bypass the enemies, you can go down one of those paths.
I'm gonna try climbing on the walls, because we have wall climbing mounts.
You have wall climbing mounts, and this is a good 40 feet down to those enemies.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm gonna
fall.
climb the wall.
Your lizards are very good at climbing walls, and they skitter down this like nothing. Unfortunately, as I said, I don't have a map for the next zone, but
Actually, that should be... no. That should be that way. Just in case. Him taking, Quar taking rear, because that's where current enemies are.
makes sense.
Just in case!
All right, now you want me to make another map, don't you?
I mean, we could just describe it and not have a map.
But maps are so much fun.
They are.
No, I don't have one handy. All right, so yeah, you guys skitter down that across that wall like nothing. It was like
Put in noise, sorry.
or whatever the sucker
Alright.
on their feet sound like.
Going to do some perception to see what we find in the area.
All right. Moved down this tunnel long enough till you got to basically another one of these sort of intersections. Like there's a section with a path on one side and a path on the other.
Okay.
More or less the map you're on, except without a bridge.
Okay.
For simplicity's sake.
Okay, then for simplicity's sake, I'm doing this so I can see better.
You guys would be technically on this side. Yeah, so you could be up in here. Up in here! Up in
Up
here!
in here! I will look through crevices and stuff, which I should have done on the previous map. But I will look up through...
You're going to attempt to push Sav.
Yes. I might just realize that I could see up here more. I'm like, wait a minute. Anyways.
Yes, technically I would allow
Perception.
that as an exit also.
$16 for me.
All right. Would you like to roll a perception to Mr. Quar, Madam
Sure.
Tasha?
I will roll the perception.
No perception!
15.
All right. So you guys both rolled pretty good. Pretty good. All right. So the side of this that you're on leads off into a different section of caverns. You know, they have no relation to what you're looking for. You feel like. Actually, Quar, you specifically feel as if something is saying, yeah, this isn't the right way. Go back.
Or is like, yeah, we should go back.
Divine intervention. Is that what you
Is
see?
that what you seek?
Yes.
To untie apprehensions that were placed on that creek. You were playing with thunder for a man full of shame, but it pays worth the risk of going under.
Why not make it a game?
Anyways, and need to go back.
Yep.
Go back. Specifically,
However,
Quar.
you do notice
Yes.
something on the other side of that cavern, across the non-existent bridge.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Something over there kind of catches your eye, but I can't describe it just yet because I haven't fully created it.
Put
Okay.
it on the
He
spot there, hon. Be inventive, hon.
I'm being inventive. That's why I'm saying it is happening. I just haven't started the thought process to figure out what it is.
he will point it out
Do
to
it on the
Lyra and
spot
go.
without using any other tools. You're
He'll
giving me a
point.
hard time.
He'll point it out to Lyra and go. Shiny.
Quar
Go-
couldn't
you
quite
go.
see over there. Now that you've had it pointed out, you can see over there is a shiny object. And by shiny object, I mean a small crystalline structure about 3 feet tall off the ground. It has a silvery metal frame and like a crystalline interior. It's glowing slightly off white with a slight pinkness to it. But it's not giving off light per se, which is you can see it glowing, but you can't see it glowing.
Hi ho, hi ho, I'm going over to the shiny.
Yep. Go into the shiny.
How do you plan on getting across this gap with enemies down here?
Is there a ceiling? Maybe use the ceiling with our salamanders?
Unfortunately, they're not quite good enough to run across a ceiling, especially with weight on them.
I was
Can
gonna say,
we do?
get as high as we can on the side of the wall, as close to the ceiling
Like,
I was
as
gonna say
possible.
a
You can definitely
perimeter
go
wall.
down into here and up the other side, no problem. You might be able to outrun these guys.
All right.
Let's go.
That one, or do you want to come up with another plan? Is what I'm saying.
Tasha, what was
Yeah,
your idea?
we could do wall crawl.
Wall crawl down across the middle because your guys are fire resistance, and your
Yep.
pets are. I mean, get up the other side and try to get there before these guys swarm you.
Yep.
Perfect.
And he'll tell his lizard to put the pedal to the metal. Run,
Hey,
bitch.
Lyra's also gonna tell hers to run, bitch, but in a nicer-ish way. There's
Run,
something that
bitch!
Quar,
Oh, you know I love you.
there's something that Quar will notice that, unlike to her party members or to other people down in the underground, she actually seems to care what the underdark creatures are treated like a bit more than she cares about the sentient creatures.
All right, I'm going to use
Okay,
the
And
bright
she
kiss
likes
as a
pets.
marker for where things are. Amara runs off to that location for her first move. Then
he'll
does a
follow.
double action move to move another 50 this way. Going to here. So yeah, you guys can get that easily. I'm going to throw in an extra 10 feet to go down and 10 feet to go up. So basically, it's more or less
40.
2.5 moves. Because there's no bridge, there's no bridge. You have to run down the wall and up the other side. So adding an extra 20 feet to the movement total.
Yep.
You get there in about 2.5 to 2 3/4
Remember, you
moves.
can
Yeah.
double move.
Oh, that would be 80
All right.
then. Yeah.
And if you're a rogue, you can triple move.
But can our mounts triple move?
The mounts can move. They have a 50 for their movement speed. Remember.
Yeah, and if we double move them,
I allow your mounts to do what you're doing. So if you
Okay.
wanted to do a triple move on your mount, I would allow your mount to have that capability because otherwise it could ruin your cool idea. Right?
So we could go in about 1 move if we double move. So 1 round. From where I am. Quar would take a little bit longer, but not by much.
I think Quar could double move too because he's barbaric.
Yes.
He can move 80, not 80. Just a sec.
Your mount can move 50 feet,
I
and with
dash
the
80 feet per round.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
you guys can make it across this easily in 1 round. It's just stuff is happening also while you're doing it.
All right.
I'm watching. They're multiplying.
All right. Who's next to cross?
I'm gonna let
I'll cross,
Quar go
but
first.
I'll cross, and to make sure the little shits like leave us the fuck alone. How about a little divine intervention, demigod style?
What's your plan?
Use my lightning to scare them because they're animals, and when animals sense lightning, they're like, "Fuck that!"
Oh, the lizards up at the top?
Yes.
You
Oh,
want
the
to try to
lizards up
herd them
top
down here?
aren't the issue.
No,
It's
I don't want to.
the
I don't want to hurt them. I want to like scare them, so they
Yeah,
like
scare them to go away or scare them to run towards these other enemies.
to run towards other enemies. Just
Okay.
shoo.
So he'd want it up over here, so these things want to move this way. Oh, that's a lot of them. Okay.
Because
So you basically crack a lightning bolt up here,
Way up in the back.
way up in the back. All right. I'm going to get you to do a roll off with me. Your wisdom save versus my wisdom save, essentially.
okay. I will
Unfortunately, your
twice.
wisdom save was pretty pathetic. I'm going to allow you to re-roll that, though, because you're
You still
pretty
have 1 more
willful.
point.
No, it's a natural one. I'm allowing a
Oh.
re-roll, though.
Okay.
Because I remembered something. Quar, you actually have a heroic inspiration still.
Oh, I will use it. That gives
Yep, go ahead.
advantage, right?
You can give yourself advantage on the save.
All right. I will. 14.
Good enough. And by good enough, I mean perfect. So, you do the thing. What were we rolling for?
Scaring the lizards down towards the fire bitches.
Yes, you bypassed their. You have essentially asserted your willpower over that lightning bolt, cracked it behind them, and they all went ah! Fucking
Because
grab them.
because they're animals, of course. So if something goes bang, and they're gonna go, holy shit, you know.
Oh, for fuck's sakes! I grabbed them all in the neck. Ungrab them, you fuckers. There. Yeah, that's about how that intersects. Boom, move that
Yeah,
back
because
into There.
Snap back to reality. Oh, the goes gravity. Oh, the goes gravity.
This guy actually goes here and there. Boom. That's how that round ends up. After you've done that, there's a small clear way through here. These guys are being occupied for certain. And yeah, there's these three rambunctious fellows here, but they don't seem to be harmful to you since they're just smaller versions of the same lizards you're on.
I'm guessing Quard's gonna move through the area.
Yep.
He'd move at 40 because he's made another move other than what he did.
Yep.
So yeah, he's right about there.
Perfect. So, all right.
I make my full double
Amara
move.
continues moving towards the quote exit. Where the shiny was, right?
Yeah, where the shiny was.
They good as Quar as a barbarian because try to hang on to a lizard when it's going sideways on a wall.
Yeah. These guys do give off a little bit of a mucus covering that actually acts as a gluey stuff. It's kind of gross, but you've noticed it comes out of your clothing fairly good, and actually it smells way better than you expected.
And Quar just has really good thighs because barbarian.
Exactly. Did I find a trigger for you, Rose?
My brain made it go.
Imagine sitting in Jello. That's what my brain imagined.
Not Jello. The slime that Luna had.
Yeah, Jello. It's
the
same
Jello,
texture.
Jello is a different texture than that slime. It's a more solid texture.
In that particular context, for me, those would be the same texture, and they would both be a nope sitting on them.
Yeah, for me, it's not that texture is not Jello.
Quar, one of them actually is able to come and swipe at you. It has its flaming hot claws. It tries to smack at you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it comes anywhere near you. Do.
All right.
Wah, 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 wah. The highest it rolled was a 9.
Nope.
It's like, well, fuck. Those days where the monsters are just like, nah, sir, we don't want to hurt anyone, sir. We're pacifists now. All right, you can go again, Quar. Everyone else is across there. You can make it across if you want, or you can stay here.
He's going across.
You're going across? All right. Would you like to kick this guy in the head before you move across?
No, I don't want to kick him in the head. I want to introduce him to my anchor.
That's
Who's going to ask him a question?
You're going to ask him a question very close to his head.
Ask him a question.
All right, roll, sir. A 26 is definitely a hit for 11 damage. Plus, I'm assuming you want to lightning strike his noggin.
Yes, I want to tase the motherfucker.
Zorch.
Hi, Daisy.
21 damage. Very nice, very nice. You blast him off of your out of range. He can't get a free attack against you, and you make your way to the ledge. All right. What would you like to do with this weird questy item that's sitting in the middle of the floor and doesn't look anything like how I described?
Pick it up.
Who wants to pick it up? Quar or Lyra?
I could pick it up. Quar using his.
I would say we should mage hand that shit just to be safe.
Do you want to mage hand it, or do you want to let Quar pick it up? Because if you don't decide, Quar is going to pick it up.
Mage hand immediately. I'm just going to be like,
right.
Quar, you don't know if it's cursed.
Quar, I got this. It's Quar, I got this. And snaps her fingers.
All right.
So yeah, Quar, let me snap. Mage hand pick up. Then turn to him and go, you don't know if it's cursed or if this is why the stupid idiots are trying to attack us. Don't touch shit. You don't know what it does.
Okay, what you find out is your mage hand can't lift it.
Okay. Ah.
It
Pick
seems
it
to
up
be
with cloth.
solidly attached.
Oh, okay. So
Well,
it's not.
we'll pick it up with a cloth and and lift it up.
No, it
Oh,
seems to be anchored to the floor, is what I mean.
Okay, we don't want
all
to
right.
disturb that. From what the journal
You
has
do
said,
feel a rather peacefulness of this area, though. Very
Mhm.
tranquil, very calm, very relaxing. This would be like the ultimate place to meditate almost.
Huh.
we just found a safe haven spot where we can essentially save. So here is
Yep.
tranquil and safe.
See, Rosie knows her video
All right.
game cues.
All right. So yeah, we can stay here until the next session.
Yeah, we have
Perfect.
15 minutes. So yeah,
If you want to continue exploring a little bit, you now know that you can come back to here instead of having to go all the way back up to the Queen.
All right.
But I don't know what else to explore per se. So,
that's
No
fair.
do you
worries.
want to
And
go?
being
Did
down
you
two
want to go
players
back?
kind of
Did you
makes
want to
it.
go back to the deeper area and explore it more, where the boss fight was?
Well, I explored a bunch of it, and I would have told Quarks everything I found, which was
Yeah.
up in the
True.
left. There was the 2 or 3 enemies that are probably shifted with all the foundry circle stuff that we had seen in the other room. There's the big boss guy. There's all the dead animals that you made stuff out of, and the
Yeah.
shit ton of barrels with essentially the pew pew powder
Yep.
that is from the red ethereal crystal, which is, according to the journal, the reason why the mist is attacking the dwarves and anybody else that comes down here, because they struck it and it thinks that anybody else coming down here might try to take more of it, and thus
Yeah.
it's harming people to stop them and or kill them before it gets taken out of its home.
I love that
No, good.
theory.
Well, that's what it seems to be to me anyway.
I'm not saying that whether you're right or you're wrong. You have to wait to see in next week's episode.
Not next week's. In 2 weeks' time.
Next,
Next week
no,
is
next
the.
week, technically, like as in next session.
Yes, that's 2 weeks away.
I know it's 2 weeks away, but
Next
that
week's
doesn't
session
sound
is Time Travelers.
that doesn't sound as good. In 2 weeks, well, join
Next
us in
time
two
on
weeks'
Dragon
time.
Ball Z.
Is trying.
17 episodes later, we finally killed the first rat of the campaign.
Right.
The ghost is trying to protect itself and its ecosystem, thus changing and slash or unaliving those that pose harm.
I think we actually fairly accomplished a pretty good amount in this session.
Hmm.
And we were back on time from the break, weren't we?
Exactly.
For the most part, outside of me having to go to the bathroom for all of like 2 minutes, we're actually on mostly time.
Woohoo!
Da, 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 da. Don't know how to solve that yet.
Well, that's why you.
So the mist from attacking us. Alright. Yeah. So Tasha, what was your favorite part?
Yes. Um, my favorite part was opening up the wall on the lizards, kind of like the Lizard Riders and the first Dritz novel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, no improvements. I had fun,
Perfect.
and yeah, that's me.
And Rosie.
I got exhaustion levels for once in my life. I got fucking hurt. Anytime you fucking do damage to my character, I fucking love it. Because it usually means that there's story and plot and shit to explore as to why.
Sad Zizi couldn't make it, but I understand. It is kind of an important day to some Americans.
Yeah, she got sick. She got low grade fever.
It's okay. I understand.
I mean, it happens.
Yep.
And I
What did you think of the stampede?
I thought that was cool. I saw
What was
all
your
the
favorite
stuff
part,
moving out.
Rose?
I said my favorite part that I got hurt.
And more favorite parts.
Seeing Dash's reaction when I texted him that I got 3 exhaustion levels, he's like, oh damn. I'm like, yeah, your fault for not giving me the 2. He's like, sorry. Whoops.
So in your player notes, you have to mark the favorite part as, "Ooh, Daddy, hurt me, please." Did you actually write that?
Yes, I am not petty player for those that are watching. When he says to do stupid shit like that, I will do stupid shit like that.
Couple months down the road, you'll be looking through your notes and you'll be like, what? And then you'll laugh because you'll remember.
And I'm gonna put it back. It's out of character comment.
You're like, damn it, I want to be able to identify it now. I don't want to get mixed up with something.
I might actually think that that's in character, because most of my notes are in character information. And since I very slowly do notes, which I need to get back down to writing all the notes, which is so many fucking notes, that will eventually come up to be a thing. But yes, that is our stream. If you enjoyed the stream, then feel free to watch the previous ones on our YouTube at Sarelth, Sarelth. They have all of our socials on there. And the fuck was that noise?
Oh, sorry.
It's a dog squeak toy.
Oh, okay. But yes, it has all of our socials. Don't forget to follow our socials. And we will see you again on Sunday for my game, where we get to have Lyra and the crew go and do some stuff with the things. It's gonna be interesting, to say the least.
It's gonna be wild
much
and
love
woolly.
and much appreciation for everybody here. We'll see you Sunday. Bye, guys!
Toodles.